this is Colleen Farrell, everybody, in all of her majesty. Coming to you live from the city of Chicago.
My grandiose apartment.
Everyone applause. We'll hold.
Yeah, make sure to add that canned laughter.
Yeah. I need it. Please.
Well, I wrote my first sketch on a Tandy computer when I was, gosh, this was probably like 4th grade or something.
Yes.
And it was extremely racist. It was something about Marcel on the stoop of a ghetto. Like, that was the setting. I don't know why. I don't really know what it was for, but I thought it was like, Marcel, somebody just got shot. I don't know. That's all I remember. Like, at first I started, all the characters I created were like male characters. So I'd create them in my sketchbook and be like, well, I can't do this. This is your character. Like, you just make it a girl. And I think because I grew up like watching Chris Farley and Jim Carrey, like those were my two like main favorites when I was young, so I would like imitate them. So maybe I just felt like it had to be a dude. I don't know. So it took me a little while to be like, okay, like it can be a girl, and because you're a girl, and it's probably gonna work better for your work. Well, I know it was at Three Dead Moose at Rena's mic. Shout out to Three Dead Moose. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what I talked about. But, I think it was around Mother's Day, and I did like jokes making fun of my mom.
That's okay.
I think, I do a lot of those. I like characters, but all my stand-up is mainly just stories about my life and my parents, and
keeping it real. Pretty
much all just my life. I roasted my mom for my mom on Mother's Day this year.
That's okay.
She
That's
loved
awesome.
it. She loved it. I was like, Mom, did I cross the line? You know, because she was laughing. The male comedians were very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable, but I thought it was funny, and my mom was laughing. So then the next day I like wake up, I'm like, Mom, did I cross a line? She's like, no, I didn't said all of those things. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Own it, Marlene. Own it.
Calling you out.
Yeah.
Marlene.
But yeah, it was Will's Three Dead Moose open mic, probably making fun of my mom or my dad, one of the two. I actually wrote a joke about that. I'm like, I just don't think I'll ever be successful in stand-up comedy because I had a good childhood. I genuinely like myself. Yeah, that's right, suck it, I like myself. People who are comedic have a different way of viewing the world, so it's not necessarily like, I mean, a lot of times that comes from tragedy because they have to turn it into something that's more acceptable to process, I think, mentally. But I think also, you know, it's just the way that you see things, and if you see things you see the humor in things that some people miss, and
or aren't ballsy enough to point out in front of everyone.
Or they don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe they don't have the balls, or they don't. It doesn't occur to them to explain it the way, or highlighting how ridiculous things are. There you go. And that's how you're supposed to be a comedian, because people always tell you to tell stories.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Like,
to me, there's just like no joke there at all. Like, you know, sometimes you think things are funny, but turns out it's not a joke. Like, in my sketch comedy group would always be like, yeah, that's at a party funny, that's not on stage funny. Or like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
a perfect way to put it.
that's party conversation funny, that's not stage funny. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of bombing is if there's really just no punchline there, like you haven't really thought it through and you just think it was something that sounded funny. And you're like, I mean, you know, you see that happen. You're watching this guy on stage, and you're like,
did I miss the? Was I in the bathroom?
Did I just black out for a minute? I'm sorry. I don't know. They're probably just in denial. I mean, my sisters love it. My mom likes it. I mean, my mom's real supportive. She really likes it. My dad, I don't think he knows that I do it. Sorry, Dad. My mom is kind of like hippie, blind supportive. I mean, not that she's an idiot, but she's very just like, go for it. Oh, like, you're talented, you can do it. You know, she also wants me to start making some money, but she's kind of like, you know, figure it out, like, find something that drives you instead of just like my dad was just like Well, I hope she makes money one day. I hope I don't have to support her forever. Not that he supported me. I support myself, thank you. But you know, if there was ever an emergency,
Yes.
I don't have tons of dollars. Yeah, I would say mostly supportive. Dad tries to be, but is more worried. Well, one time though, I did have to rap to save my teats, my tats. I was at the Something Nutty show, my open mic at a Subterranean on a Monday, and it was so funny. Like, they were just not really using the list. I signed up. I was probably only like 10 or 12 in, and literally 2 hours go by, and they're on like comedian 3 because whoever was running it, they were just like doing long bits, or I don't even know what was happening. I just remember being like, okay, I guess I'm never going up, so I just kept drinking. This girl, I made friends with these girls sitting next to me, and it was fun because they were like playing a lot of hip hop music in between comics. I'm like jamming out, and I'm making friends with these girls, and they're like, "Are you a comedian? Are you going up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm not." I was like, "I don't think so because they don't seem to be going by the list." At the end, towards the end, like they've gone through like probably 5 comics. They're like, "All right, that's the end for tonight." And they're like, "Maybe we'll bring up one other comic. Maybe we'll bring up one more." And they're like, "Should we?" And the crowd's like yelling, and the girls sitting next to me start pointing at me. They're like, "Her, pick her!" I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, I've had like 3 whiskeys at this point. Like, I don't need to be on stage. I haven't looked at my list in 2 hours. Like,
I gave up.
I don't know what joke. I have no jokes in my brain right now. Just whiskey. And so they're like, "Yeah, pick her." And they're like, "Oh, white girl. Okay." So they brought me up. They're like, "All right, well, we'll let you tell one joke. But if nobody laughs, then you have to take your top off."
What?
And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Whatever. Like, seriously?" Out of the sea of black people, like, this white guy emerges, Danny Callis, and he's like, Kyle, don't do it, Kyle. Kyle, don't take the bet. I will buy you a shot if you don't take the bet." So, like, all these people are like, "He's going to buy you a shot if you don't take the bet." He's like, "You don't have to do it." I'm like, "What? Why are you?" I'm like, "Do you not know me enough to know that I am not going to really take my top? I feel like I got it. Got to take my top off. Sorry, I lost."
Guys, nobody laughed. Gotta hold up my end in the bargain.
So, I don't know, and all this confusion, everybody's laughing. So then I just start freestyle rapping because I'm like, well, I don't know, this is happening. And it was terrible. I'm sure it was awful. But, like, I just used that old, like, Second City rule of, like, if you're doing the games, then you pick the last line and then you rhyme something to it. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, in my weird state, I somehow accomplished that. And so I did this terrible, dumb rap, but it rhymed, and it was real short and sweet. And the whole crowd was like, "What? Oh, white girl rapping!" Like, they went nuts. So the next week I go back, and before they put me up, there were people like chanting. They're like, "Dirty C, Dirty C." They're like, "When's she coming up?" That's my rap name. And so I got bumped on the list because the people in the crowd were like, "Dirty C." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is the closest I'll ever come to being a rapper." Well, of course, I won't talk to you unless you donate at least $10. Just kidding, every dollar counts. But I would say, you know, good for you for supporting the arts. This is going to be such a fun project. And yeah, it'll be a super cool way to look at trying different jokes for the first time, different rooms all over the country. I don't know, there's so many things you're helping. You're helping my life, you're helping his life, you're helping comedians everywhere, you're helping nerds on their couches who want to learn about comedians everywhere. So do the right thing and just give a lot of money.
Did you see the smile? Did you see the smile, guys? That's what it's saying.